at the Mason State Bank 5K and another age group win. It's called the Commercial Bank of Mason. They changed their name, or I guess. And I came in first in my age group, came in 7th overall. Was generally pretty happy. My time was just over 20 minutes, 20:03, so I'm still well off my usual pace. But I made quite a bit of progress since my last 5K after the injuries, so I'm pretty happy with that. I was hoping, I might shock myself and pull something off better than that, but all things considered, I'm pretty happy with it. I felt strong the whole way. Had nice even splits actually, which was a little bit surprising because I started out really fast. I was in the front of the line, and they have a bunch of little kids there, and they all go out, just sprinting, and so your instinct is to sprint alongside them. So I was out at like 4-minute mile pace, way faster than I can run a 5K. But I slowed down and I ended up running nice even splits, like I said. So was generally pretty happy with that. The weather was really good, no complaints there. It turned out to be better than forecast. It was like 50 degrees, and I think it was a little windy, but it wasn't as bad. They were saying like 40-mile-an-hour gusts before, but it wasn't that bad. The weather was just about ideal. So it went really well. I was really proud of the way I finished the race. There's a pretty good uphill right before the final turn to the finish line. And it's not like a huge hill. Like if you were out training, you wouldn't think like, oh my God, I'm never going to get up this hill. But at the end of a 5K, it's actually pretty daunting. And I was running like sub 6-minute pace up that hill. So was really proud of that. And I felt good the whole way. Like I said, I felt strong. I never felt like I was struggling to breathe. I probably could have, in retrospect, pushed myself a little harder the whole way, but I didn't really know, how it was going to work out. I really didn't know what I was capable of, so I probably ran a little bit conservatively, but again, not being too hard on myself given the circumstances. So once again, generally pretty happy. This puts me right about on pace, extrapolating out to a BQ time at Bayshore 3 weeks from now. So I'm thinking I might shoot for that just to try to squeak in a BQ and then actually do a better job at Marquette to hopefully get under that cutoff time to actually be able to run Boston. Just BQing isn't going to, just getting across that line isn't going to be good enough to actually make the cutoff because of the way qualification works. So that's what I'm thinking right now. Tentatively, I'm running a 25K next weekend, and that'll be the real test. Like if I can realistically hold a fast pace for that much time, because right now my confidence isn't super high that I can, because my endurance is good, but I just don't know if I can hold that fast pace for that long yet. I haven't done a lot of marathon pace running and stuff like that since I've been back from my injury. I'm getting a lot of miles, but not necessarily fast miles. So we'll see how realistic that is. But tentatively, that's what I'm planning for. Just to shoot like right for that BQ and just squeak one by if I can. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. I'm feeling pretty upbeat about that. So about the race, if you haven't run it before. The Mason State Bank 5K I'm talking about. It's a loop course. There's a part of you go maybe about 1.5 miles in a loop, and then you kind of go out to a dead end cul-de-sac and you turn around and then you come back and then you loop back the rest of the way back to the starting line. Like I said, the biggest feature is right at the start. There's a pretty aggressive downhill, so it's very easy and tempting to go out really fast. Every year too, there's a bunch of school kids that run it, so they're out there being idiots and they go out, running as fast as they can, and they're getting in the real runner's way and stuff like that. But so that's one thing just to be careful of, I guess. Just try to be a little conservative at that start, not go out too fast and blow out your legs right away. I seem to do that every year anyway, even though I know better. It just seems like it always happens to me. But it didn't really cost me this time because I corrected it soon enough. And so the other side of that is obviously if you have that downhill, then you're going to have to go back up the hill by the finish line. And like I said, right in the last right leading up to the final turn, there's 2 blocks where you have to go up. Pretty good incline there, so I warned everyone at work that, you know, if this is your first time running this race, know that that hill's coming and save a little bit extra in the tank when you hit that, because it's just at a bad place in a 5K. If you're redlining the whole way and you come up and all of a sudden you got this huge hill, it's just going to kill you, you know. So I was like, make sure you got a little bit left in the tank to get up there. And like I said, personally, I felt really good. I nailed the hill. I felt strong up the hill. I felt strong to the finish line. And like I said, in retrospect, I probably could have tried to push a little bit harder the whole way, but didn't really know what I was in for. Didn't know if I'd be able to maintain that pace the whole way or not, you know, so I was probably ran a little conservatively, but all in all, pretty happy. Still frustrated not to be back to where I was just a few months ago, but I'm getting back there, so signs of progress. So like I said, I got another race coming up next weekend. I'll report back how that goes, and I'll then have Bayshore coming up 2 weeks after that, so some excitement coming up. And I'm doing the Cross de Mont Blanc in June, so all kinds of races coming up. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like the content, and I'll be back with more videos soon. Thank you.